So, Kakadosh Boker Tov, we're starting with Samach Vav Amud Bet. This is today's daf is Samach Zayin 67. But we're on the last two words of the daf where it says Amar Avuna. We're talking about different sigulot for refuah. And it says in the Gemara, Amar Avuna, le'ishta tilta, when we're talking about a shachafet, which is basically a fever of 3 days. So imagine a person has a fever of 3 days. Laiti shiva silve mishiva dikle. He has to bring 7 small branches from 7 different types of palm trees. Vishiva tzive mishiva kshure, and 7 kesamim, like toothpicks, from 7 korot etz, from 7 beams. Okay? So vishiva sike mishiva geshure, and 7 pegs from 7, here it says gesharim, which is like a, how do you call it? A gesher is a bridge. Okay? No, that's
Yes.
Yeah. Vishiva from the bridge. Okay. Vishiva ketim mishiva tanure, 7 midot of efer, of ashes from 7 different types of tanurim. Vishiva afra mishiva sinin, 7 midot of afar, of dirt from 7 holes, where it says here from miftana delet, which means like from where the doors is, like, you know, the chatzer, where the door is. Veshiva kufre mishiva arbe, 7 midot of zefet, of tar, from 7 boats. Veshiva bune kamun, and 7 garine kamun, right? Also 7, how do you call the garin? Garin is like a little tiny, not a kernel, but like a little tiny a grain of kamun. Okay? Veshiva bine miditna de kalba saba, and 7 hairs from the zakan, from the like beard of a kelev zaken. Okay. He's going to tie everything together, right? Which means right under the garon. He's going to tie it together. Benira barka, with a chut of se'ar, which is made kenid. What is kenid? Samech Vav Amud Bet 37.
Kenin is a common? Is Kinamon?
No, that's with a kuf. This is a kaf. It says here kimin ayin. It's like an eye, but I don't know what that means. Also 37. It's right here where it says, yeah, benida barka bechut shel se'ara osa kenid. Okay, so basically it's mean like an eye. So he used to put everything together and tie it up right here, right underneath the garon, right, of the choleh. Okay, next. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan says, Li'ishta tzamirta. We're talking about machalata kadachat. So again, also this is a type of a fever. But here it says it's actually mechamemet vekodachat at the guf, also the body. Okay, interesting. What would be the difference between the shachafat and the kadachat? Well, it's actually brought down there in kitavo. They're both brought down. So I guess this is a little bit. It's a little bit different. So it says here, lishkal sakina de kula parzala. You have to take a sakin, a knife which is all metal, all of iron. Veliza lechadika vardina. And you have to go to a place where they have siach kotzani, which is basically a sneh. It's like a thorn bush. Okay. Veliktar benida barka. Again, you're going to take a chut of se'ar. You're going to take a strand of hair, and you're going, which is made like an eye, and you're going to tie it there. Right, you're going to go there for 3 days. Yom hakama lichruk bepurta. On the first day, you're going to burn a little bit the sneh, the bush. The layman, you have to say, Vayira malach Hashem elav. This is talking about when Moshe Rabbeinu saw the burning bush. Right, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu appeared to him, right, that pasuk. Okay? And he just said, Vaseneh nenu ukal, that the bush is not being burnt, is not being consumed. Lemachar, the next day, again, you're going to do the same thing, burn a little bit. The layman, you're going to say, so he's going to say, why is it that it's not burning? The third day, you're going to do the same with layman. You're going to say, sar, which means that it's like that he's removing, right? Not removing from sting, but removing the choli. So by doing this, it's going to remove the kadachat from the person. Okay? How does it translate kadachat literally there? Nobody has the art school?
Yeah, I do
I
have
don't
it.
see.
Not showing.
I don't see where is it.
It's not showing.
It just says kadachat?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Amal Ravacha bered Rava Ravashi says Ravacha to the son of Rava.
Kadahat say is an illness that became the whole body like fevered and inflamed.
Okay, so the Ishta, I guess, was just fever, but more generalized or more specific on the forehead. And then here it's
And Kafahat is a disease that's swollen the body.
Yes, it's all the whole body.
the whole body. Okay, fine.
Burning fever.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. Amal Ravacha bered Rava Ravashi says Ravacha the son of Rava Ravashi Vilema. Why doesn't he just say Vayomer al tikra valom? Which means that the chole is saying, I don't want anymore to be close to this machala, to this fever, to this, right? Ella, but rather, liyoma kama leima, the first day he's going to say, Vayira malach Hashem elav, right? That HaKadosh Baruch Hu will appear to him like he appeared in the burning bush, Vayomer Moshe, right? Asurna vereh, ulmachar leima v'yar Hashem kisalot, ulmachar vayomer Hashem al tikra valom, which means that we split it up in a different way, then now you're adding this in also as well, to that we don't want the fever to become close to us. Okay? Now, when it does stop from him the sickness, he's going to put this siach to the ground, and he's going to, you have to cut it down. That means you have to cut the bush down close to the ground. You have to say like this, haseneh, haseneh, bush, bush. Right? Not because you were so tall did HaKadosh Baruch Hu come and did HaKadosh Baruch Hu mashe shechina on you. But rather because you were the lowest of all the bushes, HaKadosh Baruch Hu put his shechina on you. And just like you saw the fire during the time of Hananiah, Mishael, V'Azariah, right? And you ran away from him. So too should the fire of the kadachat should see, right? Leploni bar plonit, to this person, the tiarok miklovi, and run away from him. Which means that through this type of a lachash of a, I don't know, you want to call this sayings or whatever, you're trying to get rid of the sickness. Okay? Next, lesinta lemahachi, for the shechin, for boils, you're going to say as follows. Baz bazya, mas masya, kas kasya, shalai vermalai. These are names of malachim, which they are merapeh the shechin. Don't ask me for translations, because I don't know. Okay? Okay, each one becomes like one name. Like Baz Bazia is like one name. So each one is like names of the so here it says Baz Bazia is to like tear apart the machala. Masmasya is that he's memis the machala, and kaskasya is mekaskes. He destroys it, mefarek, to destroy the machala. Okay, so ilen malached ishtalchu l'marad istom. These are the malachim which were sent to the land of Sodom. Ulasa shechina kevin, and to be merapeh shechin koev. All different types of shechin. Bazach, bazich, bazich, masmasich, kamo, kamich. Okay, again, these are all just, simanim to know. Okay? Then it says, enech bich, you're going to turn to the shechin, and you're going to say, mar'eh yishaer becha kamot, meaning the same, whatever the way your looks, the appearance, is going to stay the same, which means do not become more reddish. Atrech bich, your place should be the same, which means don't spread out. Zarech kalutu uchbirda de lo paravravia. Your children should be like a zera, like a child, which is barren, which is sterile, which means like a pirda, like a mule, which means that it's not going to have any more children. It's not going to be put over. So too, you shouldn't multiply or increase in the body of ploni bar plonit, obviously the sick person. Okay? Another one, lekipa, right, which is avabuot, which is also, it's like avabuot or bubbles, but I would just say maybe inflammations, or I don't know what you want to say exactly, but it's something.
Blisters.
Okay. It's something, it's very similar to the boils, but it's.
This avabuot, it said like this avabuot from the shedim, they come.
Yeah, that's what it says here in the.
The whole thing is like, like you're talking about like lo aleinu, like from the olam tahton.
Yeah. Okay. So it says for the kippah, you're going to say the following. Cherev shlufa v'kela netusha. Kli zayin, which are right utensils for war, right? That you find that they're ready to use. La sheme yochev cholin machovin. His name is not Yochav or Yochev, it says here. Machalot, which are sicknesses which hurt. So because of that, it's going to cure it. Why? I don't know. That's just the way it is. Okay. There's nothing to explain here either. Lashida, to get rid of shadid. Leima hachi, you're going to say the following. Havit tepaki kavit, which was, you were paku kaita. Right? So it's again, ben refesh, ben tameh, ben chemar. Interesting. And that's the next one. Lita tavur mushumat, mekulal, cursed, broken, and excommunicated should be the shed which is it bar tameh bar tina, which is ben refesh, ben tameh, ben chemar. Refesh is excrement, tameh is tuma, and chemar is dirt usually. Keshamgaz mirigaz mai. Again, different names of shindalids, obviously. The sheet of the Bet HaKiseh, for the shed of the Bet HaKiseh, lemach, you're going to say as follows. Akarkafe dari, right, at the head of the male lion, ve'usa duguriata, or in the nose of a levian nekeva, of a female lion, ashtakhum l'shidai, there's found a shed which is called bar shirika panda, which that is the shed of the Bet HaKiseh. Okay, b'mesha the karti chavta, in that got of krashim, right, ipaltiv, which means that when we're talking about over here the arugot, which is basically the, how do you call it? We're talking about the you know, like the rows or the furrows, right? It says over here of karti, which is leeks, right? You're going to throw beloa de chamara chavteh, right? And we're talking about on the lechi, on the cheek of a chamor, I've hit him. Okay, fine. So, and that's how we finish with the 2 dots to do with the different types of segulot and refuot and lechashim. Next, ubnei melachim bezagin. We said that the princes, they're allowed to go with the bells. So yesterday I showed you the picture of the bells, if you remember. So it says, man tana, who's the tana of our Mishnah that permits somebody to go with his bell and his shirt on Shabbat, which are like the princes? Rav Oshi says, Rabbi Shimon hi. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Yeah, it's nice. Not like Ba'omer.
Right. Anyana de Yoma.
Anyana de Yoma, exactly. Connected to what we're learning. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, Damar, Chol b'nei Yisrael b'nei melachim hem. He says every single Jew is considered a prince. So since every single Jew is considered a prince, just like a prince is allowed to go with a zug in his shirt, so too even an Ani Shvi Yisrael, right? He's also allowed to go with a zug on Shabbat. Obviously, the zug is pakuk; it's completely full, but that's what it is. Rava comes and he says, "Be'arig b'ksuto." We're talking about it's arig. It's a zug which is tied to his clothing. The divrei kol, and it's according to everybody. It means it's only according to Rabbi Shimon. It's even according to the rabbis that they say that they're not going to be right b'nei melachim. Still, they say he's allowed to go out with it because there's no chashash, right, that they're going to laugh at him or whatever it is. Because since it's tied up to his clothing, it's normal, meaning nobody's going to laugh at him. Okay? Next, Mishnah. Okay? It says as follows. Yotzin bebeitzat hachargol. You're allowed to go out on Shabbat with a beitzat hachargol. What is this? It says over here, it's one of the 4 species of arbeh, right? Of grasshoppers that you're allowed to eat, of locusts that you're allowed to eat.
Grasshopper eggs.
Yeah, the eggs, right? So it says over here that they used to put the eggs on the body of a person that's sick, right? But again, these are different types of sigulot. So he's allowed to go with the beitzah, with the egg of this grasshopper, shen shual, with the tooth of a fox, masmer min hatzaluv, or a nail that was taken from someone that was hanged. Interesting. Yeah, mamash like this. Wow, okay. Mishum refuah, because all of these things are called refuah, and therefore it's not that you're carrying, but rather it's considered a tachshit. It's considered a tachshit, an adornment. Even Rabbi Meir, these words are me and Chachamim, Osrim, the Chachamim say it's prohibited to do all these things. Af bechol, even during the weekday. Why? Mishum darkei hamori. This is considered darkei hamori. Right, which means that they considered it. It was like all these things of, chukot hagoyim, all these things. Okay? Fine. Says the Gemara, But it's mashma that we don't paskin like chachamim. It's mashma we paskin like Rabbi Meir. No, it's just very interesting because there's a lot of things nowadays that they do mishum darkei amori. So we have to be careful of those things. Fine. Says the Gemara. Okay, yotzim bebitzat hargol. You're allowed to go out with this grasshopper's eggs on Shabbat. The avdi l'shichla, but it's good for kevel's 9 for earaches. Okay, so they put it on the ear in order to cure earaches. Ushen shel shual. You're allowed to go with the tooth of a fox. It says the avdi l'shinta, but it's good for toothaches. Yeah. So Dr. Jean-Jacques, I hope you have a whole bunch of teeth. Yeah, shual. You give it to the people. It'll cost you cheaper. Yeah. It says dechaya. If it was taken from a live shual, leman denaim, it helps for somebody that sleeps too much. Okay, which means somebody that sleeps too much, right? So you put him on this tooth but again, it's the same tooth, but it's taken off when he was alive. And then it's going to help him that he's not going to sleep that much. The mita, right? If it's taken from a dead one, leman delonaim, somebody does not sleep. So it's going to put him to sleep. Okay, if he was taken when he was already dead. When we're talking about one of the nails that was used to hang up the guy that was killed by the malchut, the abdel zirfa, they use it usually for curing nefichot, like inflammations that's being caused by the makah. Okay, fine, next. So according to Rabbi Meir, right, we just said this again, the next two dos, we learned that it was because of refuah, that's why he permitted it. Even Rabbi Meir. Abai and Rav both say, so according to Abai and Rava, they both say that anything which is done for the to'elet, which is basically for usage of refuah, whether it's drinking certain things or putting on certain things in the makkah, that means even though goyim also do it, there's no isur of chukot goy. So that's a very important yisod, basically. Here it says that they're actually permitting it. The rabbis obviously argue on that, but the reason of the heter the Ram brings down in Cholin is shelo asra Torah mishum darkei mori ela otam maaseh tohu she'en lahem shum toelet, which means the only prohibited things which there's no help whatsoever. Here it's curing. So what? Because goyim go to the doctors, we're not allowed to go to the doctors because they use certain things. We're not allowed to use certain things. Saying it's a cure, it's not something else. Okay, fine. En bo mishum refuah. But if there's no refuah, yesh bo mishum dirkei amori. Are you going to tell me that there's always going to be darkei amori? But Tanya, we learned in the Braita, ilan shemashir perotav. What happens if you have a tree which all the fruits are coming down or falling off before its proper time? What do? Sokro besikra, right? You're going to paint it, right, with a red. Betuano bavanim. You're going to put stones on the anafim, right, on the branches in order that it should cure. And we don't say it's darkei amori, because even though the goyim also do that, right, it's the same thing. So he says, Bishlama tuano bavanim. I understand that there's not going to be any sur of nichush by putting these stones on the branches. Because in order that it should be machish v'yachlish koach ha'ilan, which means that when you're going to put the stones, it's actually going to become even more weakened, and therefore, right, it's nikar, because basically since the tree is becoming weak, so it's not going to just shed all its fruits too early. And a sokro besikra, but why are you painting it red? My refuah kavid, what refuah is there by painting the tree red? So answers the Gemara, in order that the people should see the ilan, and they're going to come and they're going to ask for mercy. So it's basically for us to pray, just like by the Mitzorah. We see the Mitzorah, we start praying for the Mitzorah, but he says, Tameh Tameh Yikra, he's calling out as Tameh, and then we're going to pray for him. So too, when we see this red tree, we say, we have to pray for the red tree. And that's what it's helping for. Okay? The Tanyas we learned in the Braita, Tameh Tameh Yikra, Tzarich Lodia Tzaro L'Rabim, he has to tell the public his sufferings, in order that everyone's going to ask for mercy for him. So Amar Ravina comes and he says, right? What do we come and we start putting up? So basically, when we have a palm tree, that again, all the fruits are coming down before its proper time, we put clusters of dates on it. And we're also not going to suspect for darkei amori. So says the Gemara, Ki Aitana, for the same reason. Because basically, when we're going to come and see this palm tree that it has these clusters of dates on it, They were going to say, we have to pray for this palm tree in order that it's not going to, bear its fruit so quickly, and then it's going to get ruined all its fruits. Tani Tana Peperek Emoreh Kamed Reb Chia Baravi. So there was a chacham that he was a baki in Braitot, that he was teaching different halachot of Darkei Amori in front of Reb Chia Baravi. Amarli comes and he says to the chacham, right? When you come and you say this, Hulu Epehu Mishum Darkei Amori Bar Mahani. He says you should know, everything really be'emet does have a problem of Darkei Amori, except for these two that I'm going to explain to you. Okay? What are the two things? Which means mashma that he's arguing on everything that we just said before. Okay? Except for these following two. If somebody has gets stuck in their throat, he gets stuck on etzim, a bone in their throat. You bring the exact same type of a bone, right, from the same species. You put it on his head, and you have to say, chad chad nachit bala, bala nachit chad chad. Right, so you have to say, one by one, it should go down, it should be balua, it should be absorbed, it should like swallow. Bala nachit chad chad. Tibala v'tered, one by one. Okay, so it's basically, he has to do it backwards and forwards. Yeah. Chad chad nachit bala is forwards, and bala nachit chad chad is the exact same, but just backwards. Yashav v'afuch. And enbo mishum darkei amori, there's no problem of darkei amori. Okay? Fine. Next one. Le'idra, which is an etzim of a dag. Right? We're talking about of a fish. Right? That again gets stuck in the esophagus. Limachi used to say like this. Nin atzta kemachat, nin alta kitris, shaya shaya. Which means that to go down, go down. That's what shaya shaya means. Right? Hinames, which is like dissolve, dissolve, or go down, go down. So this is also, again, I don't know exactly, it should go down like a machat, like a machat is a needle. Nalta kitris, like a magen, I don't know. Right? It should go down. Okay. Also, no problem of darkei amori. Sam zayin bet. Haomer gedi gedi. If someone is going to come and is going to say that hitmazel mazali, that his mazal became very strong, because the gedi, the kid, is one of the mazalot, obviously. Okay, it's a group of stars. Okay, the sanu kulo, ashki uvushki, do not become. How do you translate sanu kulo?
Weird.
Okay. But that's al titayef lo bayom v'lo ela v'layla is ashpi uvushki. But what was sanu kulo?
And may not be weird.
Weird. Okay. So not good. That means basically he's just saying my mazal should be good. It should not be weird. It shouldn't get tired, not in the day, not in the nighttime. Yesh bo michum darkei amori. Okay. Rav Yehuda says, God. And
but isn't it God is a name of like is a name of a goy, is a name.
That's what we're going to say right now. Chazak Baruch. Right now we're going to say it. Rav Yehuda says God is not a lashon, right? Is only going to be a lashon of avodah zarah. Shneimar aruchim lagad shulchan. So therefore he says it's not a darkei amori. It's mamash avodah zarah. That's what he's saying. Exactly what you're saying. If it's darkei amori, it's not avodah zarah. It's just that we're following the footsteps of the goyim. Here, it's mamash avodah zarah because God is an avodah zarah. So therefore, he says it's
avodah zarah.
Yeah. So it says hu bishma v'hi bishmo. Right? If a husband and wife are going to change their names, yesh bo mishum darkei amori. This is an interesting one. So if all of a sudden they switch their names at night times, right? So all of a sudden in the nighttime he's frecha and she's I don't know, Mama Mes'od, Mahuf, I don't know what. So in all these cases, darkei amori. Yeah? It's a problem. Dunu dani, danai, which means that my barrels of wine should become strengthened. Also, it has the darkei amori. Rav Yehuda says, and dan el lashon avodah zarah. Also, dan is avodah zarah. So it's mamash avodah zarah. It's not chukot goy. It's not darkei amori. It's mamash avodah zarah. Shneimar. So therefore, it's not just darkei amori, it's mamash avodah zarah. So again, it's bringing another proof That to be careful with these things. Next, Haomer le'orev. If somebody is going to come and tell an orev, a raven, tzirach. Tzirach is to scream, no? Doesn't say anything here. Let's see. כשהוא קורא, אומר לו, כן, מפני שהוא מבשר בשורות. Like he's calling it, because it tells us a whole bunch of different types of, like different types of things that are going to happen. Different types
Good thing. Besurot tovot.
Yeah, okay. So it says here, orevta, which is the female orev, shrike, v'achzir elez navech, right? Istovevi letova for good. Also, it's going to be because of darkei amori. Okay? Interesting. They usually it says here that the ravens are for the morim. They're usually the ones that they come and they tell us bad things.
Yeah, because the raven is sitra haram, is malbush.
Right. So here he's saying that they usually tell us bad things. So therefore, if you're going to start telling the raven, to switch things around or whatever it is, it's darkei amori. However, if somebody's going to say shachatu tarnegol zeh shekara orvit, somebody's going to say slaughter this tarnegol, which is called orvit. Right, again with the voice of an orev, with the voice of a raven. Okay, so it says over here the tarnegolet shegara gavrit, or a tarnegolet which is called a tarnegol zachar. Okay, again the gever is the male rooster. Okay, yesh bo mishum darkei amori, also darkei amori. I don't know exactly why. It does say here that in the Shulchan Aruch, also through Shulchan Aruch, you're not allowed to do this. But the Bet Yosef says, "Olam noagim l'shchot tarnegol shekara ketarnegol." That means basically, even though it's calling out like a male one or a male like a female, they will actually slaughter it. Fine.
The Ben Yehoyada bring a very interesting situation here. It's all medaber al Shindalet. They change their name. They're making trick.
Interesting. So it's on the Shindalets then.
The Ben Yehoyada. So you see the raven and change name, woman to man, man to woman. You'll see it later. But the Ben Yehoyada have pages on it.
Okay, very good. Chazak Baruch. That's nice. Okay. Next, it says, Eshte ve'otir, eshte ve'otir. I'm going to drink and leave over, drink and leave over. So therefore, there's always going to be bracha in the wine, right? Why? Because shtia mu'etet, right, is you're just drinking a little bit to quench your thirst, but you want the bracha. Also, you've got because of darkei amori, right?
What they're saying is he's always going to be drinking and he's always going to stay more. He's going to be more wine.
Right. Right. So again, but I don't know exactly why, but that's darkei amori as well. What's the problem? I don't know. He says here that Tosefta brings on, you're allowed to tell that to somebody else. Right? Why? Because when you tell that to somebody else, your kavanah is only just to give him a bracha, that they should be satiated with a little bit of wine and they don't have to drink that much. But when you say it to yourself, for sure the kavanah is not to bless yourself, but he's doing it like a nichush. It's like a type of, again, like these sorcery, witchcrafts, all these types of, lachash. I don't know how you say, like all these types of, things. Okay. A woman which is mivakat beitzim bakotel, that she breaks the eggs on the wall, or bifnei efrochim, in front of the efrochim, the chicks, right? In order that they shouldn't die. Also, they have darkei amori. V'amagis bifnei efrochim, and somebody that's going to start also bochesh bekdirai, he's stirring a pot in front of the chicks in order that they shouldn't die. Also, they have darkei amori. Hamrakedet, if a woman is dancing in front of the efrochim, they have weird things here. You're going to count 71 chicks in order that they shouldn't die. Also, if it has the darkei amori. I don't know. Apparently, there's a Chaste David. If I remember correctly, Chaste David is David Pardo, right? The mechutan of the Rav Chida. So here
it's like what they do in Kippur, like kapara, la ternegol,
Right. So it says here that the number 71 has to do with something, I don't know. According to these people that they do these things, 71 has to do it. I don't know. Okay. We're not really sure behind each one of these, but okay. If you're going to start dancing, we're talking about a woman dancing when she's preparing this kutach. Remember, kutach was like a sour cream, like a milky type of a dish. Or when she's making adashim, when she's putting the lentils in the pot, she's quieting everyone down in order that it actually, it gets cooked well. Or she's screaming for the grisin. Grisin are the grease, like beans.
Lentil.
If a woman's going to urinate in front of the pot in order that it should cook quicker, also this darkei mori. I'm not going to even look. Well, the truth is there's no numbers anyway, so I don't know what they're going to say here, but okay, fine. Next. But you're allowed to put a toothpick, right? These pieces of wood, of the etz tooth, of a bush of berries, right? Or you could put broken glass for a kidram in order that it should actually cook quicker, right? Or quickly, right? Because that's something natural, right? However, though the rabbis prohibited because it's a sakana. If you put broken pieces of glass in a fire and it could, burst and break and shatter and everything, so that's a sakana. So the rabbis say it's prohibited, but according to everybody, it sounds like there's no problem of darkei mori because it's something natural. It's not something that, like hocus pocus. Okay? Tanu Rabbanan, we learned to the Braita, notrin bul shel melach letoch ner bishvil shetayil v'talik. You're allowed to put a bul as a fistful of melach, of salt, inside of the oil in a candle, in order that it should light clear. And there's no problem of nichush. Why? Because that's something natural. That the salt causes the oil to become more clear. And then it's going to become better. It's going to light better. Interesting. Okay. V'notrin tit b'charsit, and you're allowed to put, whether it's clay, right, or other things which are crushed, okay, or earthenware, things like that, tachat haner, underneath the candle, in order, right, that it's going to be for a longer period of time. And again, here there's no nichush because it's something natural. Amar Rav Zutra says, something that's going to cover a ner of shemen for no purpose, and he's going to cause, right, that it's going to stay longer, or he's going to be megale, he's going to reveal a candle which is made out of petroleum, out of neft, right? And he's going to cause that it's going to stay longer. Ka'avar mishum bal tashchit, he's going to be over on bal tashchit because it's, for no reason. Interesting. Why is it bal tashchit? I think just as stam, it's a sur because of bal tashchit, because at the end of the day, you didn't need, because basically there was no purpose for it. So if you're going to start using these utensils in order to make it longer, if there's no purpose, but why is it bal tashchit? If you wanted it to stay longer. So Baruch Hashem, in the footnote, it does bring it down. That we already learned that if you're destroying an object, you're not going to be over on the Yisur of Bal Tashchit, because if you're doing it for a purpose, so there's no Bal Tashchit. You remember this was based upon the Gemara Berachot. Do you remember when we mentioned that if a person comes and they're going to throw, you remember there was the rabbi, I don't remember if it was Rabbi Zira, I don't remember who it was, that he took a very expensive article and he threw it down like a cup or whatever it is, and he threw it at a wedding in order that they shouldn't be so happy and all those things. So everyone asks, Bal Tashchit. So the answer is that anything which is for a purpose is not Bal Tashchit. Okay, so I don't know exactly here. I guess you're just destroying it, not just because Bemet you want it to last longer. Chamra v'chaye lefum Rabbanan. Yain v'chayim lefiyem shel Rabbanan. So somebody's going to say when he's pouring wine, right, l'chaim, to the rabbis, right? So if somebody's going to come and he's going to say this, l'chaim to the rabbis, right? Chayim and wine should be in the mouths of the rabbis, and there's no problem of darkei mori because he's only just saying a bracha. He's giving a bracha, blessing to the rabbis. There was a story with Rabbi Akiva that he made, right? Also Rabbi Akiva, right? Also like Baomer, everything's connected. Yeah, on every single cup he said, Chamra v'chay lefum Rabbanan, yain v'chayim, right? Wine and chayim should be to the mouths of the rabbis. Chay v'chamra lefum Rabbanan lefim tamudon. Chayim v'yain should be to the rabbis' mouths and to their students. So if Rabbi Akiva said this, obviously there's not going to be a problem of darkei mori hadran alach b'ma'isha yatsa. Okay, we're just going to start the Mishnah, which is a new perek. Right, this is perek Shavi'i. Okay, on the bottom of the page. Klal gadol amru b'Shabbat. there was a very general rule that they said on Shabbat. Okay, Kol ha-shocheach ikar Shabbat. If somebody forgets the concept of Shabbat, which means he forgot bichlal of Shabbat, ve'asa melachot harbeh b'shabbatot harbeh, and therefore he started doing a whole bunch of melachot on many different Shabbatot. Eno chayav ela chatat achat. So he's only going to be chayav one chatat for all the Shabbatot, one sin offering for all the Shabbatot that he did. Hayodea ikar Shabbat. But if you know the concept of Shabbat, okay, and that you're not allowed to do different melachot, ve'asa melachot harbeh b'shabbatot harbeh, but now you did do melachot harbeh on many different Shabbatot, right? But you didn't know it was Shabbat today. That means you knew the concept of Shabbat, but you just didn't know that it was Shabbat today. Chayav hakol Shabbat b'Shabbat, then you're going to be chayav on every single Shabbat in itself. Okay? Hayodea shu Shabbat, if you knew it was Shabbat, ve'asa melachot harbeh b'shabbatot harbeh, and you did many different melachot on many different Shabbatot, chayav al kol av melacha umlacha. You're going to be chayav on every single melacha that you did, which is an av melacha on itself, or a tolada, right, by itself without the av. You're going to be chayav also a chatat nifredet, which means that we're going to speak about whether you're going to be chayav on the av and the tolada or not. Okay, haoseh melachot harbeh, we're on Masechet Amud just on the top. Haoseh melachot harbeh me'melacha achat. If you're going to do, right, many different melachot, right, of the same av in one time, and you didn't realize about it, right, or you did the avot and toladot be'elim echad, which means there's a whole bunch of different types of avot melachot. You did them, but they were the same category, and you did them all at one shot, or you did an av and a tolada in one shot. Eno chayav ela chatat achat. You're only going to be chayav one chatat.
Hazak Baruch.
Hazak Baruch.